It's the last of the Welsh beers, and it's a big one. It's a double IPA from Tenby Brewing Company, and this is a Birthday Dipper at 8.8%. But what's it going to be like? Keep watching to find out. Welcome back to Rocker's Beer Review. Today we are reviewing the last beers that I bought back from Wales. This is from Tenby Brewing Company in South Wales, Tenby. And this is their Birthday Dipper, 8.8%. It's a big hitter. Nice green can. And this one was £4.95, which for an 8.8% double IPA is great value for money. Obviously, if it tastes rubbish, then it isn't great value. But if you compare it with other double IPAs, you're spending pretty much £6 plus. So under £5 is a good price. And this is a bit more amped up, 8.8%. Usually dippers are about 8%. So this is amped up. And what is it amped up with? Well, I'll tell you. It is amped up with Nectaron, Azaka, and also Mandarina Bavaria, which is always a bit of a strange one. It's always a beer, a hop that you don't see that much in craft beer. I think it's more in German sort of business, a German hop. The one place that I see it more is in when you actually see the hops is probably in things like Brewdog beers, which is a bit of a strange one. And let's say 8.8%. I'll just read what the blurb says here. I put my glasses on. It says, it's been 8 years since a fresh-faced Rob and James quit their jobs and gave birth to Tenby Brewing Company and decided to brew this big juicy dipper to celebrate. Heavily hopped at the rate of over 20 grams a litre and featuring a new hop to us in the form of Nectaron alongside our pals Azaka and Mandarina Bavaria. Expect dank tropical fruit, orange, citrus, hop flavours with a smooth mouthfeel, light bitterness and just a hint of alcohol. So I'm quite excited about this one. Let's crack it open, get it in a glass, and see what it's all about. We had one from Tenby, which was the Kivek IPA. It was all right. It wasn't super great, but it was all right. I've just got better hopes for this one, really. Well, beer in a glass. You can see that it's bright orange. You've got quite a bit of sediment and stuff in there. It looks like it's brought off Tenby Beach with it. But it's a lovely bright, it's a really bright orange colour. 2 fingers, just under 2 fingers, white, very white head. I'm going to take a step back because I feel I'm too close to the light here. But I think that looks pretty good. And even from standing here, I can already get lots of those sort of tropical and orangey sort of aromas. But let's dive in. Yeah, lots of orange, sweet, satsumas, bit of peach in there. There's mango and passion fruit as you'd expect. Oh, it smells really good. It smells really sort of strong and juicy. Let's see what it tastes like. Cheers, everyone. Yeah, not exactly what I'd expect flavour-wise. You're getting a little bit, you are getting that alcohol in there. It's quite light. For a double IPA, 8.8%, it's quite light. It's not as medium to thick bodies as I normally would expect. Carbonation is a bit zippy. Flavour-wise, let me just get my head around this. Yeah, when I say light, the body is very thin. It's very uncharacteristic for a double IPA. It drinks more like almost like a light IPA even. But you are getting a little bit of the alcohol burn in there. Not over much, but sometimes with a double, well, a lot of the time with a good double IPA, you get a lot of hoppiness, which you can confuse for that alcohol burn. But this is I'm tasting just sort of pure alcohol opposed to over hoppiness. But it's not bad. It's almost refreshing. For a double IPA, that's a bit weird. I think it's just because it's quite light and the body's quite thin that make it very easy to drink, and it's sort of, there's no bitterness in there. Flavour wise, it's similar to the aroma. You get a big hits of mango, there's passion fruit in there. There's a lot of orange, almost to the point of getting to a sort of apricot and sort of What's the other flavour? Papaya coming in. Not picking up much else. It's a very juicy, stone fruity sort of flavour beer. There's not really much else in terms of, there's a slight hint of grapefruit, but it's just, there's a slight sort of citrus backbone to it, really. But as I say, no bitterness. And actually, the more I drink it, the more it's more enjoyable. I think it's just, it just sits a little bit better in the mouth. Yeah. If it could just dial back that sort of alcohol flavour that you're getting in there, I think it would be really spot on, because it's so drinkable. It's not as hoppy as you would expect. It's not as gloopy in terms of its mouthfeel. I wouldn't even say there's much dankness in there either. As I say, the fruits are a little bit sort of ripened in terms of flavours. Mango and passion fruit, big hitters. You've got a bit of other stone fruit like your apricot in there coming in, and peach. And then there's a sort of a big wave of sort of orangey flavour as well. And then on the back end, there's a slight sort of pine, a slight sort of grapefruit. There's just a slight twang on the back end, really. It's difficult to really sort of determine what it is. But, I mean, in terms of Nectaron, I mean, Nectaron's a New Zealand hop, I think. Certainly a Southern Hemisphere hop. It does give a lot of peachy stuff. I don't know whether because I think, oh, it's Nectaron, and with Nectaron you think of nectarine, and by nectarine you think, oh, it's like a peach, and so you think that's a peach flavour. But I'm sure it gives some more of that sort of Nectaron's like, because other characteristics of other New Zealand hops, not so much the hitting of like a Nelson Sauvin, but certainly like some of the others like a Rawaka or those sort of hops. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, for under £5, I think it's pretty good value for money. So, Birthday DIPA, 8.8%, and I think it's quite a snazzy green can. I like the colours of this. As I say, I mean, there's Azaka, there's Nectaron, and Mandarina Bavaria, which is, I just feel that that's a hop that should be in lagers, just because I know it's very Bavarian and German and stuff like that. But it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Body's a little thin. It's quite light, but there's lots of juice flavour. There's a little bit of alcohol burn in there, but it's 8.8%. So you've got to expect some of that, really. But not bad. Yeah, I'd recommend this. I'd recommend you try it. So let me know if you've had anything from Tenby. This is the last of the Tenby beers I'll be drinking. Have you had this Birthday DIPA before? Great value for money, $4.95. Definitely worth checking out if you see it. If you're in South Wales and you see it, pick it up and let me know what you think of it. It's pretty good. Okay, let's get some scores. Okay, the scores are in for this Birthday Double IPA from Tenby Brewing Company, and 8.8%. It's a big hitter, but how high hitting are the scores? Well, let's see, shall we? Starting with aroma, appearance, flavour, value for money. That's a high score because it's less than a £5. And finally, my overall experience. Tighten the scores up, we get a total score of, yeah, that's a recommended score, recommended beer. I quite like it. I think if it's just dialed back that little bit of alcohol burn, whether that's just because it's 8.8%, you're going to be difficult to avoid it. But it's got that little bit of alcohol burn in it, and it's a little, I suppose the other thing is it's light. And it's quite thin in terms of its body, but that makes it easier to drink. So, you know, swings and roundabouts and all that. So I hope you've enjoyed this review. Let me know if you've had anything from Tenby before. Please give the video a little thumbs up if you like it. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. Lots more great beers are coming up on the channel, and plenty of music reviews too. So until the next one, you know what we're going to do. Drink good craft beer and keep on rocking.